The man reading in front of us is named Tom. He runs a bookstore. Just as he was fully absorbed in his reading, a woman walked in. The woman is named Sandra. She is not a simple person. From the moment she entered the store, she would use the tricks she learned to swindle $350,000 from Tom. The first step of the con, Sandra immediately asked for an advanced book. Her goal was simple: to attract Tom's attention with such a book. The second step of the con was Sandra explaining why she needed this book. It was for her thesis. This step was meant to leave a deep impression on Tom. And next, Tom became a little unsettled. After all, he was still single. After some mental preparation, Tom gathered his courage and asked Sandra out for dinner. But unexpectedly, Sandra refused. Then Sandra claimed she did not bring enough money, saying she would return later to pay it back. That same night, as Tom was about to close the store and go home, Sandra showed up and returned the money. Taking the opportunity, she suggested they have dinner. Tom was of course delighted and agreed immediately. The two chatted and laughed on the way. They talked happily during dinner. Tom mentioned his own life experiences. He had always lived alone and was somewhat withdrawn. Sandra spoke of her tragic background. Her parents had passed away. Now she depended on her brother to survive. She loved reading the book Jane Eyre, but she could not get an original copy. Hearing that Sandra liked Jane Eyre, Tom brought Sandra back to the bookstore. He gave her an original edition of the book. Seeing how thoughtful Tom was, at this point their feelings for each other naturally deepened. After that, Sandra began to take care of Tom. She cooked for him. They went out together, until one night a burst of arguing caught Tom's attention. Tom asked Sandra who she was arguing with. Sandra said it was her brother. Her brother was in trouble and needed money. Tom tried to comfort and advise Sandra. Sandra's emotions gradually eased. Soon it was Tom's birthday. Sandra behaved wonderfully. She seemed very happy and cheerful. But the day after the birthday, Sandra seemed like a completely different person. She was gloomy all day. Tom was very worried. He asked Sandra what had happened. Sandra said directly that she needed money. Her brother had gotten into big trouble again. Nothing could be solved without $350,000. Sandra hoped to help her brother escape. Tom felt they should use money to avoid disaster.
Because it's $350,000, that's why. I appreciate the offer, I really do, but let's face it, we're practically strangers.
But the next day, Tom still handed over the $350,000 without complaint. Tom suggested going with Sandra to deliver the money, but Sandra refused. To reassure Tom, Sandra even arranged to meet him that night. The result was predictable. Tom waited for a long time that night, but Sandra never showed up. Follow me for the next part.